Thank you, Anne-Marie, and thank you so much, Tom, for that introduction. I would like to thank the Public Policy Forum for this wonderful evening and award, your honors. It's great to see you, Premier Kenney, so many friends and colleagues from our community, and of course the University of Calgary. I'm particularly honored to receive this award in the name of Peter Lougheed. As someone who spent the majority of her career in the academic sector, Premier Lougheed was a deep supporter of post-secondary education, research, and innovation. In fact, his foresight literally placed Alberta on the map in terms of being a destination for students and researchers, and the result is not only a strong post-secondary system in this province, but one that can claim 2 universities in the top 6 in Canada in terms of research. That's a huge accomplishment for 4 million people. Early in my tenure as president of the University of Calgary, Premier Lougheed contacted me to meet, and I was very fortunate to receive some of his sage advice. His passion and his curiosity helped set the stage for an ambitious goal for our University of Calgary. I'd like to congratulate the other awardees this evening, Stockwell, Dave, and Dawn. I'm humbled to be recognized in your company, and particularly to be recognized at the same time as my good friend, Don Farrell, because the inside joke is people think we're actually the same person. Dawn gets confused. I think she's Elizabeth. People think I'm Dawn. In fact, one time I was at an event. A businessman came up and started chatting with me. We had a lovely little conversation, and then he started asking me about electricity markets. And I'm thinking, you think I'm Dawn, but I didn't want to say anything to embarrass him, so I just kept the conversation going. And I walked away thinking, I hope I just didn't tank TransAlta stock. And I think, Premier Kenney, you admitted you made that mistake once as well. But tonight I'd like to talk about the fact that we're at a critical point in the evolution of our city and our province. There are legitimate concerns and in some cases fear about our future and our ability to continue to provide economic leadership in this country. But I'm an optimist. And I know that there is good work being done in our community to continue to innovate, not only in our energy sector, but while deepening other layers of our economy to build resilience. All of these gains depend on a strong talent pipeline. And virtually every conversation that I have these days is about talent, growing, attracting, and retaining people with the right knowledge and skills, and harnessing this capacity to build opportunity and impact. I want to talk about 3 examples that are happening right here in Calgary. At my university, the University of Calgary, it prides itself as a key priority for the institution of having a focus on what we call entrepreneurial thinking. This is demanded by our students, supported by them and our faculty and staff across all disciplines. Doesn't mean everyone is going to start a company, but we agreed as a community that to be able to use creativity and innovation to solve problems of importance to us locally, nationally, and globally is important, to work across disciplines and learn from experience or failure. We came together as a community to ensure that our graduates would have the right skills to be resilient in the economy that they're facing and that they will lead. The second is once we create that culture of entrepreneurial thinking, which is at the foundation of what we stand for in this province, we want to translate ideas into commercializable companies that grow and are supported right here in our backyard. A wonderful example, in fact, they were meeting today, the Creative Destruction Lab Rockies. It's in its 3rd year at the Haskayne School. It brings together innovators, mentors, and investors to help massively scale, deep science, seed stage companies across many disciplines. In a few short years, this has energized and engaged Calgary. It's given a tangible pathway for faculty and students and entrepreneurs to bring their ideas to life. Just this year, of the 219 applications, 139 were from Alberta, with the remaining coming from across Canada and the United States to access the talent and mentorship that we have here in our community. And of the 139 from Alberta that applied to be part of this program, 78 from the University of Calgary. What does this tell us? It shows that if we create the opportunities and networks, our community will respond. Last year, over $23 million was invested in CDL Ventures right here in Calgary. They are scaling up. They will be part of our future. The third example is something that is near and dear to my heart, and that's supporting women. Women in STEM and women as entrepreneurs. We know in Alberta, 30% of tech ventures are founded or co-founded by women, which is well above the national average of 13%. And while women-led startups outperform those led by men by 63%, only 10% of Canadian venture capital investment deals since 2014 went to companies founded by women. Well, I can tell you, women are stepping up to support women. We have seen the emergence of the 51 here in Calgary, and Judy Fairburn, a key founder of that organization. It's led by incredible women, but bringing women to the table to harness the capacity and talent of women to support and mentor the next generation. In a few short months, over 700 women have been engaged, with $4 million already invested in 9 women co-led or led ventures. This is exciting. This is what our community needs. These are just a few examples. The point I'm trying to make is that tremendous work and ingenuity is happening in our community that I know will result in a stronger Calgary and a stronger Alberta. But each one of these initiatives is the work of many across our academic institutions, through leadership in our community in the private sector, and with government. And it is by working together that the entrepreneurial spirit, which has fueled Alberta's success and fortitude, will continue to be our beacon to the future. Thank you very much.